Left side throw in the flat. Cut by Thompson. Angling left. Touchdown! Kansas City as Darwin Thompson. Little termite touchdown.
What a night for Darwin Thompson. In a game that was all about young guys maximizing their opportunities, he absolutely did that and more. Hey everybody, and welcome into the final regular season episode of The Breakdown. My name is Matt McMullen, and while we're talking about a Chiefs loss in this one for the first time in 3 months, there is still plenty of good to take out of this game as the depth and future of this team had a chance to show what they could do. You'll hear from some of those guys this week, including Darwin Thompson, Tim Ward, and Byron Pringle. But first, as always, let's check in with Coach Reid.
All right. Had a couple injuries. Willie Gay has an ankle sprain. The tough one was DeAndre Baker. His left femur was broken, so he's going to go through, and the docs will do a great job putting him back together there on that. My heart goes out to the kid. He's been busting his tail and really done a nice job for us. He'll be able to come back from this, so that's a positive as we go forward. And then Fenton, really both ankles were getting him a little bit there towards the end. But I thought he did a nice job battling through on that. Had a couple of real nice returns and some good pass coverage breakups. Anyways, listen, I'm proud of the guys. I mean, this was a lot like a fourth preseason game where we asked these guys to play offense, defense, and special teams. We were able to get a good look at some of the young guys. Some of the old guys were able to knock some of the rust off that they might have. So, and all of them had a great attitude with it. We came up short. I mean, we kind of had to go on there for a little bit early, and after the punt, the muff punt, we had a problem there. After that short field, and they did a nice job. Listen, my hat goes off to the Chargers. I mean, they could easily come in here and not want to play. I mean, and it's a tribute to their head football coach and their organization. They're all those coaches and players for playing. And I got a ton of respect for Anthony and the job that he does. He's got that thing going here now. They've won the last 4 games, and what a way to go into the offseason. I mean, it's a real tribute to him and his coaches and players.
Really tough news there about DeAndre Baker. He was one of the guys who I was really excited to watch on Sunday, so we'll be thinking about him, and hopefully he'll be back out there next season. As for the rest of the guys, I liked what Coach Reid said about attitude. As I'll say over and over again, this game was a great opportunity for guys who don't normally see the field as often. It's not always about making a big play either. It's simply about putting good reps on film, and I think there's plenty to be encouraged about when looking at this game through that lens. All right, let's walk back through this one from the very beginning. It was Henne time at Arrowhead Stadium on Sunday, and in his first start since 2014, Chad didn't waste any time getting started. First, facing a third down on the Chiefs' opening series, Darwin Thompson took a quick pass from Henne and weaved downfield for a 37-yard gain.
They throw it in the right flat with a screen. It's open. 45, 50, 45 to the Chargers, 40. Angling back left, Thompson at the 30. Gets another block, 25. Comes to the near sideline and forced out of bounds. And saving a touchdown, Nasir Adderley, the safety. The Chiefs with an outstanding wide screen right, came all the way back to the left, and it is a gain all the way down to the Charger. 18 or 19-yard line. A 37-yard screen pass, Chad Henne to Darwin Thompson on 3rd and 10.
That really seemed to inject some life and confidence into this offense early on, and for Thompson, the play was simply the result of preparation. He spoke about it post-game.
Really, I've been watching, like Sharm, they be mad at me because I watch film so much, and I'll watch plays over and over, and I'll just try to think of ways that I can make it right. And so going into this game, screenplays, being more patient on my screens was one of the biggest things. And on that screenplay, it was the first one. I'm like, I got to be patient. And once I got the ball in my hands, I knew it was time to go. I just seen a lot of grass. Really, I've seen too much grass. And I'm like, I don't know where to run besides this way.
It's a beautiful thing when preparation translates into results, and they didn't waste it. Just 3 plays later, Henne fired a dart to Byron Pringle for a 2-yard touchdown, his first passing score in 6 years.
Thompson gets the hit. They fake it to him. They throw it for the end zone. Caught! Touchdown! Kansas City! Byron Pringle on the quick slant off a great play-action fake, and the Chiefs, with 11:19 to go in the first quarter, get a Pringle touchdown.
Awesome to see this group finding some success early on. A lot of young guys and backups in there seeing some extended time, and what a start finding the end zone on their opening possession. Henne broke down that touchdown post-game.
Yeah, I mean, we had a great play on it. It was really just sell the run, and then we had like 2 post routes on the outside. So we're anticipating a lot of the linebackers to be aggressive in the run game and the safety, and just worked opposite the safety. And Byron made a great catch and play there. So a lot of fun and great to get back in the end zone and to celebrate with the guys.
The Chargers did manage to tie things up on their first series as Justin Herbert found Donald Parham for an 8-yard score, but Henne had the Chiefs back in front just 1 possession later. He led a 12-play, 72-yard scoring drive, which included a wild play where the ball bounced away from Darwin Thompson's grasp, but luckily right into Byron Pringle's hands. It was a great example of a negative turning into a positive. Thompson surely wishes he had held that ball in, but football is about being prepared to pick each other up, and that's exactly what Pringle did. He told us what he saw in that play after the game.
Once I seen it, when I seen it bounce off the defender helmet, I'm like, man, either they gonna pick it or I can go grab it or knock it, make the tackle, deflect the ball so it can be an incomplete pass. But when it came backwards, I'm like, I got a shot to get in the end zone again, and I just took full advantage of that opportunity as well. Just catching it, watching the ball all the way in, and try to get in the end zone.
Pringle didn't quite score there, but his efforts paid off as Thompson later punched it in on a 1-yard rush to put the Chiefs back in front.
Thompson gets it this time and plows into the end zone. Touchdown! Kansas City off contact, rolls off the block and into the end zone. Hear this, it's the backups. 2 drives, 2 Chiefs touchdowns.
Mitch was fired up, and why not? That made it 14-7 Chiefs, but the Chargers, playing for pride after a rough season, didn't go away. They scored 17 unanswered points, 10 of which came via a safety and a touchdown on the ensuing free kick in the final minutes of the second quarter to carry a 10-point lead into halftime. The second half began with that unfortunate injury to Baker, certainly hoping the best for him, and following the injury, the pass rush took it up a notch. First, Alex Okafor sacked Herbert on second down before Tim Ward, playing in his first career game, brought down Herbert again on the very next play.
4-man rush. Again, they come after Herbert. He's trying to get free and can't. He's wrapped up and taken down by Tim Ward. If you're watching this game and listening, understand that this is Tim Ward's first ever game. But do not forget this young man. He blew inside the right shoulder and basically gets his second sack in a row, teaming up the last time with Okafor, and the Chargers have to punt.
That was big. The Chargers had scored 17 unanswered points, and it was critical to keep additional points off the board before the Chiefs' offense got the ball back. Really exciting for Tim Ward, too. Here's a rookie from Old Dominion who missed all of last year with an injury, finally getting his chance, and he certainly made the most of it. Coach Reed spoke about Ward after the game.
Listen, I was real happy for him because he's a kid who was a basketball player and played a ton of football, so gives him an opportunity to get in here, and he showed it on the scout team every day, working our guys hard, and we kind of look forward to seeing what he would do when he wasn't doing it off a card, right? So that's and he got in and did a heck of a job, I thought. I'm curious to see it on tape and see exactly. I didn't watch him every snap, but he showed up, and so I thought that was big.
Unfortunately, the Chiefs came up short on fourth down a drive later, and on the Chargers' ensuing possession, Herbert found Mike Williams for a 48-yard touchdown to extend their lead. The Chiefs kept fighting, though. Down 17 as the fourth quarter got underway, Henne led the offense on a 9-play, 74-yard drive that ended with an 8-yard touchdown strike to Thompson.
In the pocket, left side throwing the flat, cut by Thompson, angling left, touchdown, Kansas City, as Darwin Thompson, little termite touchdown.
What a game for Darwin. He had just one career touchdown entering Sunday night, and when given an opportunity in this one, he doubled that career production in just one game. The Chargers found the end zone on their next drive, though, restoring their 17-point lead, and that was that. Kansas City wrapped up the regular season with a 14-2 record, the best mark in franchise history, and now it's time for some postseason football. All right, let's dive into my 3 stats to know from this game. My first stat is 110. Darwin Thompson picked up 110 yards on 21 touches in Sunday's game, including a team-leading 7 catches for 65 yards. The spirit of this game was seeing what some of these young guys could do with an extended look, and I'd say Darwin absolutely made the most of his opportunity. Here's more on what his mindset was heading into this game.
Coming into today's game, it was just play your game, have fun, man. I love to ball. I'm not going to lie to people and say that I love everything about the game of football. I love to ball. I love to run the ball. I love to ball. I love to have a good game. I'm going to work because I have to work because I know I need to get better because I'm chasing greatness. I love the ball. Coming in today's game, it was go out there and ball. The rest of the stuff going to take care of itself. I ain't going to worry about all that. That ain't for me to worry about. The business side ain't for me to worry about. I'm worried about doing my job as a football player and doing my job as today was to be the starting running back and take care of my business.
Love that attitude from Thompson. My second stat is 2, and it's sticking with the same theme. Tim Ward tallied 2 quarterback hits on Sunday, and as I mentioned earlier, this was his first ever opportunity as a pro. He had that big sack on Herbert early in the third quarter and just showed tremendous effort and athleticism throughout the game. He's another young guy who just really impressed me on Sunday. He spoke a bit about the pride he takes in his constant effort post-game.
I take a lot of pride in that, in college, man, my D-line coach, Coach Kamish, that's one of the basic things that he taught, man. Just give effort on every play, man, and it'll turn out good.
Cannot wait to see how this kid can develop moving forward. Lastly, my final stat is 14. As I just mentioned, the Chiefs' 14 regular season victories this year are a franchise record. 15 victories would have been even sweeter, but don't let Sunday's loss take away from how special this season has been for Kansas City. And here's the best part. They're just getting started. We began talking about the Run It Back campaign way back in March. There were checkpoints along the way, but the goal has been the same all along. Take home another title. The Chiefs have taken care of business each step along the way in the time since, and here we are, back in January, and Kansas City has done everything they can to position themselves for another run at a championship. 3 more victories, Chiefs Kingdom. That's what's standing between us and another Lombardi trophy. 14 victories sure is impressive, but this team has 17 wins on their mind. And finally, here we are, another postseason run starts in just a couple weeks. That's all for this one, everybody. Thanks so much for listening, as always. Enjoy the wild card round. It should be a blast, and I'll see you all in just a few weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs. Until then, this is Matt McMullen, signing off.